Hello, this is Freya. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video, I'm going to unlock my unit's assessment of the module called Design Thinking. So today I've got 3 questions from my lecturer Justin, which is about customer journey, extraordinary experience, and email and social CRM engagement strategies. So I'm going to address these 3 questions one by one by presenting my opinions. Interested in what do I think? Just keep watching. As a new learner, I believe designing a customer journey needs to understand the subject's background. So, what is design thinking? Design thinking is a strategic management method which requires a manager thinks like a designer. It focuses on understanding customers' needs and creatively find a better solution for certain personas or groups. So, why it has been created? According to Donna, when situation becomes complex, ambiguous, and weak, we need a new approach to solve the problem. And also, big data and multiple channels nowadays drive us into a very complicated informational area. So, the reason of design thinking has been widely applied is it emphasizes dealing with problems from end of user's perspective and values tapping into fundamental unmet needs and a particular situation's constraints. Task 1. Critically evaluate how digital customer journeys are designed and delivered using design thinking principles. Customer journey is a sequence of a customer direct and indirect contacts with a product, service, or brand, which based on the idea of moments of truth. It should include the persona, timeline, emotional reaction, touchpoints, and channels. Mapping a customer journey out allows you to gain a better understanding of the enormous number of possibilities and paths a customer may take to complete the whole purchase. Customer journey mapping sketches the experience of a customer may go through in a diagram step by step over time, which literally just looks like a map. While the discussion here is not about to visualize a customer journey map, rather I would like to talk about holistically how to design and deliver a customer journey. So there are 3 points of view from me. Number 1, mindset, human-centric. Previously, manager might ask how we sell this product or service to our customer. Well, nowadays, if you still focus on product function, I would like to say it probably doesn't work because you don't want to neglect the importance of experience. For example, imagine when you get lost in London, someone kindly help you compared to just give you a map or tell you the destination. Walking with you and chatting with you is more pleasant, obviously. Or maybe both of you are lost and that is such a big joke because he is a local. So this kind of experience is very memorable and meaningful, and the way this experience speak to you determines how you feel at the end of the day. So therefore, stand on customer's point, ask apart from product or service itself, what else we can provide for our customer might be more helpful to add more value for them. So designing a customer journey should start with the researching the current situation and experience that customer now are going through, and ask and to evaluate what's the difficulties and frustrating or their needs that haven't been met. Number 2, teamwork. So before you start to plan this journey for customer, I suggest that you establish a united team which consists of people comes from different background but have same mindset. So they probably feel very comfortable to accept changing. This is because design thinking is a iterative process. So later we will introduce this process that after design the solution or prototype, we will put our solution into test and get feedback to improve. And sometimes this might happen very often, and sometimes it might change the original idea. So your member they better feel very comfortable with that, and they're also good at explore uncertain situation under inadequate information, and they feel comfortable with working with each other because design thinking is a stakeholder focused subject which values end users need, as we mentioned above, and it also including employees, not only customers. And another one is also it focuses on crossing multiple disciplines, so you need variety of perspective to solve the problem. So build a strong team is very important. So now with a brilliant team and advanced approach, you need some tools. Here is a design thinking model. There are 5 steps in the model when design a customer journey. There are empathy, define, ideate, prototype, and test. First of all, use empathy map to get a deeper understanding from customers. Focuses on their feelings, thoughts, and dig out their pain points and gain points to understand what they need and how they perceive. This data might be best priceless resources you will get since it truly is the pure and basic evidence and original reference that could support you and give you reason to solve problems. Second, make sure that find out the right problem and define it. This is the core principle of design thinking, especially when problems become weak and complicated. You don't expect to solve a problem which is not really their problems. Third, generate tons of creative ideas, as many as possible, without any criticism with your diverse team members. Hold a very open-ended mind and write down all of them. Next, create the first prototype. Ta-da! And finally put it into test. See what goes wrong and improve it. This step will help you reduce risk and essentially design thinking is iterative. Notice reflection in this step plays a crucial role in the whole process. Justin O'Brien argues that if students are able to learn from reflection and use the skills through the whole life, they probably will be very successful since this is a learning experience and we learn and improve from reflection and learn from mistake. Another reflection here is keep doing reflection sounds not very difficult to take action. However, how to face failure is harsh. It's not easy to admit I failed because that is just like saying I'm not good, which is absolutely frustrating but understandable. And very often because our self-esteem we used to deny I am wrong. We'll list think about those encouraging stories, which winners haven't been beaten by failure hundreds of times before they became a winner. Doesn't that sound normal? We are just a human being. Well list the attitude of how we perceive failure decides how future we can go. So after design a customer journey map, now let's move to the second question, how to emotionally engage customer persona to design an extraordinary experience. Here I would like to suggest 4 points to demonstrate my evaluation. Number 1, turns it into an experience. As the case of lemonade stand in Joseph and James' research, our first lesson from our module was doing a teamwork learning. From discover our strengths and role, select the diverse team members to build Lego. We played our own role as leader, timer, or builder, etc. We have experienced a real teamwork process on that class, which is very memorable because it just turned learning into an experience instead of lecture or a normal workshop, and it deeply defined the experience into students' mind. For the lesson, I believe lecture expect we learn some design thinking knowledge from it, while compared to pushing crummy to us, engage us in a real experience is definitely more impressive. So design a memorable experience. Number 2, don't miss out details. Customers are very sensitive and easy to be touched by little care. A Chinese hotpot restaurant called Haidilao is famous for extraordinary experience in terms of thoughtful service. Apart from providing shoes cleaning, nail beauty, they even prepare hair accessory for customers. They understand the long hair customers' pain point that is very warm when having hot pot, and via delivering positive service, customers feel very comfortable and satisfied. Additionally, they also switch negative cue into positive experience by providing takeaway service of complimentary food. The traditional pulling noodle performance is also in line with the restaurant culture background, also consists with nature of experience, eating with culture. Number 3, participation. Invite your customer to involve with your plan, even teenagers, as nowadays customers become more and more sophisticated. Many of them might just ask you why you can't just do like Uber or Apple. So invite them participate in your plan, listening their ideas and needs. And more importantly, you can get their loyalty when they get benefit from participation. When they see product is developed, they might feel very satisfied that they were there to engage. And another case is in China, a brand called Xiaomi has applied this strategy that opened a new mobile phone design to public to collect interesting idea and listen real needed. It even published a book named Participation, which is very interesting. Number 4, build emotive connection. Experience naturally generate emotional connection with firms which simply there is no marketing message can hope to compete. Here is a case to explain. Karaoke. In Chinese and Japanese markets, it is built very social. Through renting a karaoke room for a couple of hours, customers enjoy the time with peers. For decades, as a social entertainment activity, this business has been rarely forgotten by consumers, which could be understood as it is intrinsically enjoyable. It indicates that extraordinary experience foster positive and collaborative interaction between consumers, and it focuses on shared experience and the communal aspect of participation. As karaoke is a very emotional way to build interpersonal relationship. It releases consumers from their normal roles and status through shared experience and common goals, which makes the activity sacred. Here is my evaluation of question 2. Now let's move to the question 3. Evaluate email and social CRM engagement strategy. So here I would like to suggest two suggestions. The first one is use email as a transmission channel that carries valuable information such as newsletter. It's a very efficient way to knock the door of customers. Through offering discount or free trial to collect email contact is very common to see nowadays. Well, another case is when I was working in China's real estate industry as a new property company and salesman, the communication frequency with potential customer is always the topic and the problem we talked about. In fact, for a salesman, the number of opportunity contacting with our customer is very less and valuable. So marketing team therefore arranged some offline customer campaigns to meet the basic contact need. In such a way, it's not only beneficial to build customer relationship, but only increase sales centers' daily visiting volume. Hence, meaningful campaigns such as discount or offline events are key points to provide a reason to reach out to your customer, whereas email just plays a role of transmission. And suggestion 2, deliver attractive information and content based on your product or service. Spotify is the only commercial brand intrigues me to read their email. What they have done is they extended their service from providing online music songs to release offline shows news. During pushing these emails, they understood one rule, which is the message frequency. High frequency communication would cause negative attitude, so they choose to only send shows news from artists who user have followed. So this tactic strategically reduce inefficient communication and unnecessary disliking. They even select events that would take place around customer by tracking customers' location, which increase information's effectiveness. So here is my assessment. So if you like it, please subscribe, leave your comment, and message me.